This is your final training session. This time we will focus on all aspects of magic and advanced spellcasting techniques. First, let's talk about your altar. This magnificent structure, as you may have deduced by now, is your altar. Your altar is your most important structure since it provides a link to your patron god. In your case, Persephone. Through this link, Persephone can preserve your spirit. That means you'll never die. If your body is destroyed, you will enter an ethereal state. While in this state, you can still command your creatures, but you can't cast spells or gather souls. Would you like to experience the sensation? No sooner said than done. I love doing that. Now don't be upset. The link to your altar is keeping your soul from leaving this plane of existence. To come back to life, all you need is the proper amount of magical energy. Magical energy, which we also call mana, can be gained from a variety of sources. Approach your altar. Your mana is indicated by the blue bar in the upper right corner of the screen. Notice that your mana is slowly recharging. As your mana recharges, so too does your health. Your health is indicated by the red bar next to your mana bar. When your current mana level reaches a quarter of your maximum and your health reaches full, you will reincarnate. Overall, your altar is a pretty weak source of mana. If you really want to charge up your mana, you must seek out mana fountains. Still, if you are unable to find other sources of mana, your altar will have to do. The altar sounds like a pretty good deal, eh? Well, all that it provides is not without cost. If an enemy can taint your altar by desecrating it, you're in big trouble. If an enemy is desecrating your altar, you'll see some creatures called sack doctors performing a ritual. Here's one now. As the ritual progresses, you will be struck with magical energy. You will lose health, mana, and experience whenever you are struck by this energy. Luckily enough, sack doctors are not very tough, and you can interrupt the desecration by attacking them. The energies unleashed by the desecration will keep melee attackers at bay. So you will have to disrupt the ritual with ranged attackers or spells. Since you only need to do away with one of them to stop the desecration, a single shot of wrath will do the trick. So remember that although your altar is very powerful, it is also very vulnerable. We'll talk about how you can desecrate an enemy altar in a bit. First, you must learn about mana. Follow me. This is a mana fountain. Supposedly, back in the elder days when the earth was torn asunder and the floating islands first formed, there was a terrible release of magical energies and blah 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 blah. Ancient history. What matters now is that there are magical geysers like this one all over the place. Whenever you stand near a mana fountain, your own natural mana reserves will replenish. A mana fountain is the best source of mana around and will recharge you much faster than your altar. Anyone standing near a mana fountain, friend or foe, will regain lost mana. To keep the mana to yourself and your creatures, you'll need to summon a magical structure called a manolith. That's right, you put the manolith on the mana fountain. To summon a manolith, open your third spell tab and left-click on the manolith spell. Your cursor will now change into a targeting cursor. Highlight the stump of the mana fountain and left-click to summon a manolith.
Kinketsu, Bethud, Nathrak, Gaza, Iliel, Saxo, Kazam, Diem, Saxo, Klaatu, Farmithrax, Barata, Nathrak.
You are low on mana.
Astadok, Kinketsu.
Now that you have a manolith on this mana fountain, only you and your creatures may utilize it. Follow me and we will continue your lessons.
Beware, good mystic, for we do sense the taint of evil on this island. It may be that one of Charnel's necromancers, the vile Seerix, has come to carry out some mischief. She is formidable, but fear not. Fight with wisdom and justice, and you shall prevail. We shall grant you a few spells in case you encounter any difficulty.
Enemy sighted. Your wizard is under attack. Your wizard is under attack. You are low on mana. Must be a scout for Seerix. Good job finishing it off. If Seerix is here, I will need to teach you a few more things. We will need a few souls to do much of anything. I think I see some up ahead. Follow me. Ah, here we go. A few lost souls for you to gather. You need souls to summon creatures. Most creatures require a single soul, but the more powerful ones use more. These souls are blue, which means they are pure and ready for your use. Blue souls may be collected simply by touching them. Now that you have a few souls, we need to summon some creatures. The first type of creature we will need is a mana whore. Open the spell tab on the left and cast the Summon Mana Whore spell by left-clicking on it. Good. This little guy is called a mana whore, as you may have guessed. He is not much of a fighter, but he is probably your most important creature. He channels mana from your manaliths to an area around him. Although a single mana whore is a much weaker source of mana than a manalith, you can summon several to make up for their lack of power. Don't get carried away, though. A soul used for a mana whore could be used for a fighting creature instead. Try summoning another mana whore and a few other creatures to defend yourself with. Notice that when you summon a creature, it is automatically added to your selection. You are low on mana. You are low on mana. Enemy sighted. Someone is attacking. Your building is under attack. You could run back there and deal with it, but the teleport spell is a better way to go. The teleport spell can teleport you and your surrounding creatures to a building that you control. Open up the spell tab that contains your structures. Select the teleport spell from the list by clicking on it. Now your cursor is a targeting icon. Place the icon over the manalith or its icon on the minimap and left-click. This will teleport you there. Your creatures are under attack. Your wizard is under attack. Another victory. Soon we will have no more enemies left, eh, wizard? Notice that the soul of the dead locust is red. That means that it is impure and must be cleansed by a ritual before we can use it. Walk over towards the dead locust, then open your spell tab that has to do with structures. Left-click on this will summon one of those sack doctors we saw earlier. He is a spirit servant of the gods who will cleanse the soul, resurrect the creature, and take it to your altar to be offered to your god. Once the ceremony at your altar is complete and your god accepts the soul, it will be transferred directly to you. Remember what I said earlier about sack doctors? They are notoriously shy when it comes to fighting. If they take enough damage, they will drop whatever they are doing and flee the battle. Now, when you feel up to the task, let's go find Seerix and defeat her.
Flam, Virata, Flam, Gaza. Elorum, Rock, Thorn, Flam, Denorum. Carpe.
Spreading the word.
Your creatures are under attack.
Guard me.
Sallying forth.
All is going well, but do not think Seerix will fall easily. She is a wizard, much the same as you. That means she won't stay dead.
Flam.
Instead
You
of
are
just
low
killing her,
on
we
mana.
need to banish her by finding and desecrating her altar.
Rock. Bovis. Nostro.
You are low on mana.
Elorum. Kalpa. Rock. Bethud. Kinketsu. Mastodok. Nikto. Flam. Nathrak. Bethud. Nostro. Ferox. Nathrak. Kinketsu. Farmithrax. Dothdal. Kalpa. Katu. Wodan. Gaza. Domine. Ferox.
Now that we have a manolith in a forward area that we control, we need to make sure that we keep it under our control. To provide us with some extra defense, we can use the Guardian spell.
Nikto.
Move a creature near the manolith and stand near the creature. Now open up your structure spellbook. Left-click on the Guardian spell and target the creature. You see that red energy beam? That links the creature to the structure. He will absorb any damage that the structure takes. In turn, he will feed off of the energy of the structure and will gain increased statistics. Of course, he is now linked to the structure and cannot move very far away from it. This is a very powerful spell, and when used properly, it can turn the tide of battle.
Animus. Kazan. Kazan. Guard me.
Aha!
Enemy sighted.
Nathrak. Animus.
Invalid target. Invalid target. Your creatures are dying.
Dothdal.
Your creatures are under attack.
Bovis. Latu. Sanct. Farmithrax. Sanct. Elorum. Bovis. Barata. Barata. Animus. Nostro. Animus.
Enemy sighted. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are dying.
Barata. Domine. Gaza. Elorum. Dothdal. Domine. Diem. Nathrak. Elorum. Mastodok. Domine. Klatu. Wodan. Elorum. Klatu. Kinketsu. Animus. Klatu. Wodan. Nikto. Sanct. Domine. Guard me.
With a song in my heart.
Ah, there's Seerix's altar. To put her out of the game, approach the altar and cast the Desecrate spell on one of your nearby creatures. This will sacrifice the targeted creature on the enemy altar.
Elorum. Pejorative. Bovis.
Enemy sighted. As the ritual progresses, it will damage Seerix. If she dies while the ritual is in effect, her altar will be destroyed and she will be banished from this place.
Justice has triumphed. Charnel will be incensed that Seerix was defeated by one so young. You show great promise. Soon you shall join the ranks of our most honored mystics.
Carpe Tharn.